Hi, my name's Mike Thomas. In the last 4 years, I've helped grow hundreds of businesses across the UK using simple but effective direct response marketing campaigns. In the last 14 months, I've set up and successfully launched a company called Studio Profits, where I work on a one-to-one basis with independent photography studios up and down the UK. In that time, I've pulled in thousands of customers for my clients and I've embedded effective marketing campaigns into their businesses. In this short video, I'm going to show you exactly what I've done and then I'm going to sort of share some of the results so that you can do it too. In order for me to keep this short and sweet, I'm only going to share just the 3 campaigns with you. So the first campaign is my infamous launch campaign. And this is probably the most effective campaign I've ever run for studio photographers. And the best bit is that anyone can do it. So all you need really is a large list of past customers. So basically we get that list of customers and we send a few emails to them to warm them up, and then we send them a pre-launch campaign. Now this pre-launch campaign is sent just before the actual launch, and this is what gets everyone excited for what's sort of just around the corner. Then we send the actual launch. Now this is basically a period of a week where we make our email list a really enticing sort of no-brainer offer, and we put a tight deadline on it and lots of reasons to buy now. Now, obviously, you'll need a good reason to do a launch. I mean, but business birthdays will often work sort of quite well. You can also do like calendar dates, such as sort of Black Friday. Other reasons could be that you've just launched a new website, or you've just moved premises, or something like that. So whatever you do, though, it needs to have like a really good reason, or the campaign will likely fall flat. So the launch is the first thing on my list. The second thing that's working incredibly well right now is referrals. Now, referrals are like the most underrated and underused marketing method in the studio photography sector. Hardly anyone's using them effectively, and those who are at the moment are just reaping the rewards. So here's my referral strategy for you to implement, basically. So step 1. Make yourself up like a little referral card. Looks a little bit like the one on the screen right now. Only needs to be about A5 in size, and down the left side you'll have the numbers sort of like 1 to 30. You can use 1 to 5 if you like, depending on how it works when you test it. But on the right hand side you need 2 columns, one for name and one for number. That's the telephone number. So step 2. Now you need to choose like an incentive. So the incentive is the reason for one of your customers to actually fill in this referral card. So the best thing that I've used here are Amazon gift cards. They look a little bit like this. And I've given people like these gift cards in return for their friends and relatives' phone numbers. The more you spend here as well, the more likely someone is to fill out the card for you as well. Now, just ask yourself this: would you be happy to spend £50 on 10 leads? Well, the answer to that is that it depends on how good they are, doesn't it? And this is why this campaign, as with all other campaigns, needs quite a lot of testing. So people often write this campaign off just because they think it's too expensive. They're wrong. The best customers come from referrals, and I've had like hard data to prove that those referrals will spend a similar amount to the person who referred them. So if you need to be quite selective when just using this marketing method. There's no point really bringing in referrals from customers who haven't spent anything with you. So remember how I said that referrals often spend sort of similar amounts to the customers who referred them. It's the same with the freebie hunters. So make sure you only ask for referrals when people have spent like your average or above. Now, there's a couple of ways to cock this up. So number 1 is execution. If you execute this poorly, it just doesn't work. So this has to be done in person at the end of the viewing session when they've ordered some products. So remember that you're only going to ask customers who spend above your average for a list of referrals. Some people don't like doing this because they're just not really comfortable with it. I believe that your best work is always achieved outside of your comfort zone. So that's what you have to do. You have to sort of take a bravery pill. And I need to repeat myself here really, because this only works if you are straight after the sale at the viewing session. It doesn't work if you wait until they get home to phone them up, or if you send them a nice pretty email.
Reason number 2 is using the vouchers and giving them money off their products instead. That's just not a good offer. So the reason this works is because you have the vouchers in your hand at the point of asking, and it's like instant reward, so for not much work. And if the customer would rather the £50 off, then that's fine, just go with that. So my third and final campaign that's working right now is this. It's competitions. Competitions, they do two things. They bring in good customers and they grow your mailing list really quickly. You can use competitions for both domestic photography and weddings. I've actually made lots of revenue for my clients using wedding competitions quite recently. So here's my quick guide to running competitions. First, you need to set up a landing page. The landing page needs to be mobile responsive. It needs to have some good imagery, some copy, and a web form where people can give you their information to opt in. You drive the traffic to that page from a Facebook advert that you need to set up. The copy needs to be enticing and all about what they can win. And once the traffic has sort of opted in or entered the competition, you then need to send them an email straight away to let them know that they're in the prize draw. Now, here's the really important bit. You need to be sending these new opt-ins or entrants or whatever you want to call them. You need to be sending them emails every other day until you draw the winner. Why? Because otherwise they forget about your little competition. I mean, these are busy people and they don't remember filling in your web form. So we have to do everything in our power to make sure they don't forget. These emails are what make the money in this campaign, basically. So if you leave them out, you're definitely going to hurt your results. So now, once you've announced the prize, everyone else is a runner-up. So you need to send emails to those guys with a great offer to come into the studio. Often a free shoot with a £25 deposit works really well here, probably something that you've used before. Use emails and phone calls to close them, and make sure that you give everyone a tight deadline, like 2 weeks maximum really. Give them that 2-week deadline to book in, otherwise their free shoot will then expire. But the most important thing here is that you use the correct copy and say the correct things at the correct times to get maximum results. As with the referral campaign, executing this poorly is the difference between wasting hours of your time and hundreds of pounds of cash and getting a flood of new customers. It's really a fine balance. So you see, I've implemented all of these campaigns before, and I've written all the copy, I've nailed down the timings, and I know what offers work and what offers don't work. And I've not only done it for launches, I've done it for referrals and competitions. I've also implemented a customer re-engagement campaign. I've implemented an incredible content campaign as well that makes sure your prospects always have you top of mind. I've done a blog to position yourself correctly, a customer journey campaign that puts 20% on your average spend when that's used correctly, a remarketing campaign that works on Facebook, plus quite a lot more. And in the past couple of weeks, I've been hard at work pulling all of these campaigns into one complete package which covers any photography studio's marketing needs. And I've come up with a name. I've called it the Studio Profits Marketing Library. And here's a quick rundown of everything that it includes. So number one, the ultimate launch plan. This is a guide and templated success emails that you can just fill in the blanks and send out, along with landing page templates and offer ideas. Number two is the Red Hot Referral campaign. This is the ins and outs of a mightily effective referral process, so giving you the chance to turn every customer into hopefully 3, 4 or even 5 more. Number three is the tried and tested competition campaign. You'll get the Facebook ad templates, the targeting, the landing pages, and even the emails as well. All the ones that I've used over and over again to create a killer marketing campaign that produces results every single time you run it.
As well as all that, you'll get the re-engagement email sequence. So this campaign I use to get dead data, like re-energize and engage with your studio. And that's all ready to send. You just fill in the blanks and you send it out. You'll get my content plan. So you'll get 4 months worth of value emails to send out once a week to your prospects and the customers to keep them engaged with your studio. You'll also get the average spend booster. And many studios don't have a customer journey. So this little campaign works between the booking date and the shoot date to elevate your positioning and make sure that the customer knows exactly how they can get the most out of their photo shoot, increasing average spends by at least 20%. So that's a little peek into what's inside the Studio Profits Marketing Library. Now, when I was thinking about how much I want to sell this for, I thought about how much value it can bring to any business, and I thought that I could easily sell this for a couple of £1,000. But that sort of goes against my beliefs. You see, I really want to help studio and wedding photographers across the UK. And to do that, I need to make sure that this product is like accessible to people. So that's why I've sort of priced this whole guide at not a couple of £1,000, but just £599. But that's only if you take action before Tuesday, the 14th of February. Even better, you've got the choice to split the payments into 2 monthly instalments of just £300. So it's 2 monthly instalments of £300. So just to repeat, just to repeat myself, that's £599 all in, or 2 monthly payments of £300 if you buy before the deadline of Tuesday, the 14th of February. Sounds good? So if you'd like to invest in the Studio Profits Marketing Library, all you need to do is hit the button just underneath this video, and that'll take you straight to the payment page where you can choose if you'd like to make 2 payments or 1, and I'll have the whole library to you via email ASAP. Lovely. Bye for now.